Okay, boys and girls, this 1 hour session is dedicated to flood relief drive, right? I know you people have done it, your school management has done it. I was yesterday with JDC, we collected funds, but this is an ongoing process and a lot of things needs to be done. So for the 1 hour that I am going to spend with you, with my daughter Uru, she will be giving you training also. We are going to prepare you for tomorrow, not today, tomorrow, and tomorrow is a very difficult time. Highly competitive world. Your education is not enough, by the way, right? How you use your mind is more important. So we are going to talk about that. So first of all, let's see how intelligent you are. Based on that, I'll taper my seminar, I'll taper my talk, right? So be with me. By the way, at any time you can ask questions, any time. Okay, don't be formal. What is this called, this part of the body? Forehead. And these are? Eyes. And these are? Ears. And these? Hair. Chin. Nose. Sure, right? Okay. Uncross your legs, please. Uncross, yeah. Just for a moment. For this exercise, very important. Now I want you to raise both your hands. Wave the right one and the left one. The right one, and you know what is the right, you know what is left, right? Okay, now I want you to listen very carefully. Keep your eyes open. Listen very carefully. Do exactly what I ask you to do, nothing except what I ask you to do. Only what I ask you to do. आप वही करेंगे जो कहूँगा करने को, कुछ और नहीं कहेंगे सिवाय इसके कि जो कहूँगा करने को, सिर्फ वही करेंगे जो कहूँगा करने को. Understood? Bring your left hand down. Okay, great. Left hand. See, I know some people will bring the right down. I know that. So raise your right hand up. Now look at me. Eyes open. Open your fingers. Close them. Take a deep breath. Think of somebody you love. Open your fingers. Exhale. Close them. Once again, take a deep breath, think of somebody you love, open your fingers, close them. Great. Now make a hole, look through this hole, put it on your chin. Where is your chin? Your principal and teachers were clever, right? Thank you. So sometimes the chin is here also, depends of what kind of studies you are going through and hard times in life that you are going through. Now we are going to talk about certain important elements of human personality and the development in human personality. I will go bilingual. Certain linguistics patterns are difficult to understand unless you are expert in it. Now I want you to ask you a question and be very open and free with me, right? If I come to your home and I ask that lady there, who is she? So what will you say? She is my mother, or he is my father, or she is my aunt, right? आप ये कहेंगे ना? Would you say that she is our mother? Okay. How many of you have friends? If you have a friend, right? All of you have friends, right? Raise your hand, it's okay, don't be shy. Your teachers are not looking here, they are looking in front, so they don't know you. You have friends, right? So if I was to come and ask you, who is this person? And you would say, my friend, right? Not our friend, right? Now linguistically, whenever we say something, either in the form of a word or a sentence, it represents the idea or the notion or the image that you have in our brain, which means whatever is in our brain is expressed through words or non-words. Language is in two forms, verbal and non-verbal. Sometimes we express it in verbal language, sometimes non-verbal. What is non-verbal? Right? Body language. So the first thing that we need to understand is that if we want to grow as an individual, we need to take ownership. We don't say this is our mother. You say this is my mother. When it comes to Pakistan, this is our country. No, this is my country. the concept of ownership becomes very, I'll give you an example. We have a person in our office and he has been working with for the last 12 years, 14 years, 15 years, right? हमने उसे रखा, he's like a statue, a limited work. ये हमारे साथ है 15 years, I think. Very interesting guy, but he has a corner, he sits in that corner. Now, in the last 15 years, हमने उसको बहुत opportunity दी to grow. He basically looks after our accounts, and on and off Uruj has given him the opportunity that why don't you join our telemarketing section, become a telemarketer, and maybe what you're earning right now you can earn 10, 15, 20 times more. But no. He is very happy. Why? Because he doesn't want to stretch. He's scared of challenges. He's scared of people, right? So he thinks whatever salary he is getting, he is very happy with that, although he's not happy. The problem with him is that he doesn't believe that this organization is his. Ownership nahi hai. He just comes, works for a salary basis. That's it. One of the reasons why FPS grew, the growth of FPS is contributed to the sense of ownership, that people who work for FPS, they have a sense of ownership. This is my school. This is my campus. So in life, the first ownership that you need to take is about yourself. Own yourself first. Whether you are thin or you fat, you are tall or short or dark or fair, doesn't matter. You are what you are. So accept the way you are. Take ownership of yourself physically. Then what about the way you think, your behavior? Maybe you are a very good student, maybe you are not a good student, maybe you can read faster, you can read slowly, you cannot talk in public, you are shy of public, whatever it is, take ownership of what you are. So the place you are born, the country that you are born, the family that you are born to, take ownership of all that. My parents, doesn't matter, don't be ashamed. I remember years back we had a situation, a student was sent to us from FPS, handsome man, A levels mein tha, and he had problems because he came from a lower middle class family. He would see his friends being driven to the school in cars, and he would go into a rickshaw. His father only had a small car which he would take for his work. So a complex paida ho gaya na when he sees other students coming in big cars वगैरह. So this internal struggle that he was going through started taking him away from his studies. Interest khatam ho gaya, studies mein he was going down, and the in charge for I don't remember her name, was very concerned about this young man because he was very good initially when he came into A levels. So they called me up and we said send him to us. You will be amazed the therapy we did was every Thursday for the last 34 years we used to have a session, except during Corona wo band kar diya tha. Every Thursday at around 7:30 p.m. people would come, gather at my institute, sit on the dari, and I would sit, and they would come with questions on a piece of paper, and they would ask the questions related to anything in this world, and I would answer. So I asked him that you come every Thursday and your job is to ensure कि जितने लोग आते हैं उनके जूते और चप्पलें, boots and sandals and shoes, you pick it up and put it aside. That's it. And when we have the session ends, we normally serve tea, coffee, sometimes biryani, sometimes kachoriyan. It depends upon what my daughter loves. She loves food. So whatever she decides, halim. So you have to serve to all the participants, the guests who come there, and he start doing it. I think he came for 4 Thursday or 6 Thursday, and he was perfectly okay. He realized that when he started serving people, he got this pride that I can do something, I can be of service to others. And the complex that was developed because he saw some of his friends who were richer than him somehow vanished. Right? So what he did was he took ownership of what he was. So accept what you are, regardless of where you come from, whether your parents are educated or not, you come from a lower middle class or higher middle class, doesn't matter. You are what you are, and the most important thing I would tell you today, and keep remembering this, keep it in your mind for the rest of your life. Remember, आपसे पहले आप जैसा कोई ना आया था ना आएगा. Every one of us genetically is a unique person. I don't know how many trillions of people must have come from day one. Trillions of people must have come, right? But no one like you has ever come, and after you leave this world, no one like you will ever come. So you are unique. Each one of us is unique. And this uniqueness is important to understand. So once you understand how unique you are, you go to another level of understanding, and that is commitment. I am going to teach you commitment and responsibility in a very different way. What do you think is commitment? Anybody? What do you think is commitment? Urdu में अहद कहते हैं शायद, right? Anybody? Come on guys, come on. हाँ जी. Okay, G, yes, yeah, lady. Being loyal, yes sir. Keeping your words, okay. Yes sir. Okay. Consistency, yes. Loudly. Not running away from a problem. Okay, commitment. Commitment is an attitude. You, I don't know, 10, 15, 12 years you will spend in school, and then you will go to college and then university. How many years of your life are you committed towards education? 18 years? Ashfan here, he has done 2 masters, studied in Cambridge. He is doing MB again, 3rd masters from Imperial College London. So he is committed, learning, continuously is learning something new. He doesn't need to, but he is doing it, right? Because he is committed. Are you committed to something in your life? Very, very important. कोई ऐसी चीज़ है जिससे आप committed है life में? Apart from your studies, what else are you committed to? Self, okay. What else? Ji sir. Family, okay, good.
Living up to the expectations of people around me.
Okay, but this needs to be discussed. Okay, this needs to be discussed. Anything else? Kya commitment? What are you committed to? Towards self, great, fine. Towards your family, you should be committed towards your family. What else are you committed? Yes. Towards my country, my school. अभी तो मैंने किया था ना, our नहीं करें, right? So you don't say this is our mother, no, this is my mother, right? Anything else? My country, yes ma'am. Improvement, oh, continuous improvement, okay. What else? What about those sitting at the back? G, yes. Morals, okay. Okay. Commitment is the direction that you need to take towards a certain path of the goal that you want to achieve. एक path होता है, the commitment is like that. Now first commitment is towards yourself again. हम बार बार self पे क्यों आ रहे हैं? Because this is what we teach. If you cannot stand up and walk, how can you lift somebody? You have to be strong enough to lift somebody, to help somebody. If you are not well, how would you do that? Okay, if you are not educated, how would you help somebody to get education? You can't. So the first is self. So number one, health. Your health is equally important. I walk every day, 3.5 to 4 kilometers every day I walk. Every day I work 8 to 10 hours. My daughter works with me. I wake up on time, nearly on time. And I'm the first one in my office, first one who appeared for an interview for a job, and बिल्कुल ठीक हो गया. He said, okay, we'll appoint you, we'll send you appointment letter through email. So what is your email? He said, sir, I don't have an email. I said, what? You don't have an email? He said, no sir, I don't use an email. You can't get a job. Out. The guy came out from that store. It was a huge store. He had $5 in his pocket. So he was very depressed, sad, and he said, my God, what can I do? Just because I don't have an email, I can't get a job. So he goes to a supermarket nearby, and he buys tomato worth $5, $5 के tomato खरीदे उसने, and walks few blocks away and he sells those tomatoes for $10. This is a true story. All of a sudden he realizes I can double my money with this little bit of effort. He goes again back to the store, $10 के tomato खरीदता है, neighborhood में जाता है, he sells it for $20. He keeps on doing that 10-15 times a day. Eventually he starts gathering money and he knows that this can work, and finally after a year or so he has his own store, vegetable store. He's selling vegetables, and one day somebody comes to him. He is now looking for people to help him out, so he's advertised that I need the people, sales people and stuff like that, accountant and all. So a guy comes who used to interviewed him in that organization, and he comes to him, and all of a sudden they see each other, recognizes, my God, what are you doing here? I own this store. Remember, I rejected you because you didn't have an email. So this guy said, thanks God I didn't have an email. If I had an email, I would be doing a desk job. Now I am the owner of my own company. So sometimes, इसको कहता ना कि not having something can be a great gift for you.